Welcome to Hatha Yoga for the full moon. It's the worm moon on March 18th, 2022. Please have a blanket and maybe a pillow for this practice. Lying down to begin, just stretch out the front line of your body. You can just lay it on your mat and your back. If you'd like to try the pillow, we're just going to use it long ways and have it support your torso. Whew. Releasing your psoas. This is the psoas releasing position. Hip flexors, big connection. That is the muscle that connects our upper body and lower body. And think about everything you do in your life that shortens that muscle. So let it be long here. You can reach up if it feels nice. Just let your arms go where they feel good. And just relax, stretching open. Breathe deeply, paying attention to the muscles of the breath. Let your eyes rest. Feel the inhalation start in your heart center and move down to your perineum. And then the exhale, perineum up to the heart. Exploring the breath a few more rounds. Just relax. And remember, throughout practice, if anything doesn't work for your body, just let yourself rest, pause, modify. Take care of yourself, please. Just suggestions. One more deep breath. Breathe out. Creating the energy of Mula Bandha as you exhale down to the perineum. Create that light toning and inward rising of your pelvic floor. Bend your knees slowly one at a time and coming carefully off of your pillow and up to your seated position. Take your time with this. You can sit on your pillow or folded blanket for our beginning practice if you would like. Take a little time here to find your tall spine and relaxed shoulders. Check in with your legs, not wanting to create any bony discomfort in the ankles and the feet. So you can cushion, arrange your legs so it works for you. Use your hands on your legs to support your spine and let your nervous system register ease. Check in with your breathing, developing this light organizational quality. Just let it flow freely throughout the practice. Long inhales and exhales. So bring your hands together. Take a moment to let your head and your heart come closer, to listen inwardly. And welcoming a sense of clarity from the brilliance of the full moon. Sometimes it can shine light on things that are difficult as well as things that are not. Breathe deeply in and exhale the Om. Om. Slowly, slowly breathing out. Let it linger. Lift your head and release your hands. Ground into the foundation and reach your thumbs out in front. Close in your fists. So we need a little core strength here, a little toning of the navel. But as we turn to look back to the right side, so just follow your thumb gaze. This is called thumb gaze, look back, twist. You need to relax your belly enough to twist, but also engage it enough to support you. Let your eyes come together, gazing at that thumb. Taking away any judgment. Try to meet yourself in these moments. Be present with all. One more breath. Bring your thumb back to center, meet it with the other one. So the shoulders are in the body. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Reach to the opposite knee. Continue your rotation from your navel, your heart, chin, and eyes. Breathe 5 times. Just once more. Exhale, return to center. Thumb gaze and release. Please come up to a kneeling position. You may cushion your blanket underneath your knees if you'd like. Just doing a little bit of a shoulder preparation, so not going to stay too long. Bending the feet. I'll turn aside so you can see. Bring your hands together behind your back. Keep your palms pressing together. Down your feet, arrive, transition to here and now. Inhale, hands reach down. Exhale, keep your palms together and lift your arms away from the back. Sorry, trying to stay neutral. Inhale towards the floor. Exhale, lift. Not a big movement, don't force it. Just play with it. 4th one. And 5th. Release. Scoop your right elbow under your left and come up to the arms of the eagle. The downward gaze from a great height. Spreading between the shoulder blades. Let your brain rest upon your breath and focus upon your body. One more breath out. Inhale, open. Exhale, behind. 2nd side. Move your fingers the other way. Squeeze your palms towards each other. In breath, downward reaching. Out breath, lift away from your back. 4 more times. Just play with this movement. Inhale down. Exhale back. No force, no strain. Last one. And release, relax. Other elbow underneath, Garudasana. Lift up the elbows lightly. Center and gaze. This is a great pose for that seeing, not seeing, non-attached gazing. Just a soft, open, receptive eyes. One more deep breath. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, child's pose. Or downward dog if you're tired of being on your knees. Your own favorite child's pose is fine. Just come on down. Heels towards the hips toward the heels. Ground your brain. Relax your shoulders. Take breath. Inhale, rise up, cow spine. Exhale, downward dog with a lion's breath. So take a little moment here to prepare your hands, tuck under your toes, lift your knees off the floor, and press back towards your legs. Nice and easy on this first one. Let those knees stay bent. Find your uplift in your low belly. Walk it out, one knee bending more deeply, the other heel going towards the floor, slowly. I forgot the lion's breath. Let's reach both heels towards the earth and breathe in deeply. Exhale, lion. Deep breath out through the mouth. Inhale, shift forward to your hands. Step forward and breathe out. Fold forward. Let your knees bend. Release your spine downward. Stand up with awareness, tracing your body with your hands. Sending your hands to the sky, spread your feet, lengthen like the wick of a candle, and release your arms slowly to the sides of your body, breathing out. Moment in Tadasana, arrive in your mountain pose. Feel the earth, connect to the roots of your big toes. That's the K1 energy line, the earth energy line coming into the body. What makes standing poses so grounding. For sun salutation today, the sun is brightly reflected in the full moon. So let's add a little fire to our sun salutation. Really light it up with strong breathing, maybe sound. A variation, inhale to the sky. Exhale to the earth. Half lift inhale, a little bit fiery with your breath. Exhale, just back to plank pose. Hold it, breathe out. Knees down, upward dog, just let your breath flow. You can keep your knees down, roll back your shoulders, gaze down. Stretch your belly, tuck your tail. Transition to table, downward dog, or puppy pose with the knees down. 5 breaths. Surya energy, sun energy. The practice of ha, tha. Ha means sun, and tha means moon. Balancing these energies. Feeling free to exaggerate your breathing and your movements today. Breathe out one more time. Bend your knees and come forward. Halfway lift with an inhale. Exhale, fold, release your breath. Inhale, stand. So if your breath wants to come out of your mouth, sometimes that's okay. Goes along with the energy of letting go. Release your arms down. B variation, Utkatasana, bend your knees, reach your arms. 1 breath in. Exhale, forward fold slowly. All the way into your own range of motion. Half lift, inhale, lengthen through the top of your skull. Bend your knees, step back your legs. Exhale, maybe add the elbow bend of Chaturanga. These could be down. 5 breaths. Hug the elbows in. Or keep them straight in place. Breathe out. Upward facing dog. Use your legs to bring yourself into this pose. Downward facing dog. 1 breath. Bring your right foot forward, angle your heel behind you, and stand up to warrior A. Bring your hands and elbows together. Bring that left hip forward and the right one back. And open this book of your arms out to the sides. Gaze centered. Shoulder blades together and down. Open heart. And return, close your book. Flow through up dog, down dog, or just back to downward dog, your choice. Let each shape unfold itself. When you're ready to breathe in, come up to warrior A on the other side. Just breathe freely in the transitions. The breaths are a suggestion. So tail tucks, right hip forward, left hip back. Close the book. Open your book. Center your gaze. So when we're trying to balance steadiness and softness, what can you soften? Standing poses require your steadiness. Breathe out, close your book. Release down, flow through, or go to downward facing dog. So the elbow bend, straighten and stretch forward. Release back down. 5 breaths this time. A little easier, a little warmer. Determined pressing from the heels of your hands. Lift your toes a little bit and firm your thighs. Let your head hang down. One more deep breath. Relax your feet, relax your thighs a little bit. Exhale. Inhale, make your way forward. Stretch to the axial extension. Slowly fold in, hollow out your navel, curl your chin towards your chest. Coming up in fierce pose, bend your knees, reach your arms, breathing in to your own degree. Exhale, release and bring it to center. Feel the pranic quality of the sun salutations, of the full moon, of the springtime. Deep exhale to balance it out. Hug your elbows into your sides. One more sun salutation, the classical style. Begin with the fingers wide and the thumbs crossed. Coming up to a standing back bend, just bring your pelvis forward, lift up your ribs, go back to your own comfort. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and now forward fold, pelvis underneath, slowly transition to the forward fold. No half lift, just the right leg stepping back to Anjaneyasana. If you want to spread out your blanket, you can use it under your knee. Have a moment to find that low lunge. Your knee can come towards your toes in the front leg and your tailbone tucks underneath. Let us do this side bend towards the bent knee side. Say good everyday pose. Again, lengthening the psoas line. What can you soften? Shoulder off here. Hands gently come together. Fingers. One more breath. Slowly come out. When you're ready, bring your knee back. Knees, chest, and chin pose, also called worm pose for the worm moon. So the elbows hug in. It's like chaturanga, and it says it's for beginners. But I always feel really awkward in this one, so please maybe share your experiences with me. So we want to do, as it says, knees down, chest and chin to the floor, maybe. If you can, bend your knees and flex your feet towards the ceiling. If you need a release to your belly, do that, or cow pose. One more breath. And release to your belly. Stretch back your legs. Release, come up. Inhale. Exhale, Cobra Smile. Two more breaths, downward gazing. Release. Rise up to downward facing dog. Hold for 5 breaths. Add that little bit of fire back in. Last time, breathe out. Anjaneyasana, second side, the low lunge, step forward. Find your foundation, rise. Guide your knee towards your toes to a knee degree. Side bend 5 times. Concentration. The practice is our meditation. It is the object of our meditation. Try to be present with all. One more breath out. Come release out of that with slowness. And forward and fold forward. Bend your knees to stand up, crossing your thumbs on the way. Spread your fingers wide, up and back, gentle back bend, forward pelvis. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring it underneath and ground into your heart center. Present with the quality of your Surya Namaskars. Sun honoring practice. Sideways on the mat, over to the right side, or the Chandra, the moon, Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar, there it is. Start with our pinky side of the hands together, gesture of inner listening. Doing the best you can until you know better, then doing better. From Maya Angelou, allows us to be compassionate with our previous selves, encourages us. Breathe in through your teeth. Breathe out through your nose. Release your hands together. Ground into your foundation. Inhale, arms up, shoulders stay down. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, center. Hands down, step to goddess pose. Bend your knees down the center line. Open feet, go nice and low, whatever that is for you. Centering energy. Breathe out once more. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, rise, so that helps create strength back there. Release to triangle pose to your left side. Over and down, side facing pelvis, lung spine. A little soft. If you like that in breath through the teeth and out the nose, that cooling breath. Meditating upon the silvery light of the moon. Breathe out again. Rise up and turn to face your front leg. Bring your arms together behind. Hold your elbows and soften forward into Parsvottanasana, moon style. Breathe out once more. Transition to Anjaneyasana. Coming back to that pose. Anjani's pose. You may cushion your knee if you need to. Come on down. Guide your knee forward. Your choice of arm position. We do the traditional upward reach. Let your tailbone tuck under and gaze downward. Last breath. Bring things back to center. And we transition this front foot to the side lunge. Straighten out your other foot and holding so you can be up on your bent knee or down on the floor. 5 breaths. If you'd like to pivot your back toes and lift your toes off the floor so you're on your heel. Long spine, 1 more breath. And now we circle over to the other side in this same shape. Starting that transition to the other side. Lengthening your inner leg, strengthening your hip on the bent leg side. Bring some peace into the pose. 1 more breath. Release to Anjaneyasana now. So face the back of your mat. Bring your knee down behind you. Rise to your low lunge. Shoulder position. Down. Arms up. Tail tucking. 5 breaths. So take out the fire. Be cool and calm. Transition to Parsvottanasana, straightening out the back leg. Standing up, hold your elbows, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Big toe root energy. Last breath. And rise up and come to triangle or transition right into triangle, letting your back toes turn out, pelvis turn out, reach up and down. Tail tucks underneath you. Fifth breath, what can you soften? Follow your inhale to center, into goddess pose. Weave your fingers, press your hands towards the sky. Shoulders stay down. Yes, circle, sort of, with your arms. Exhale again. Focus on the glutes, squeezing, press your feet, rise, release. Step to Tadasana. Hands together. Side bend left. Love your left. And up. Side bend right. And up. And release. Let's finish standing practice with warrior B pose. Step your left foot way back on your mat, letting your hips and chest go to the side. Come low into your lunge. Start with the lean and reach, extended side angle. Trying to balance effort and ease. Last time, breathe out. Come up, keep your knees centered, warrior B. Peaceful, open-hearted warriors. More about strength than war. Come on down. Over to the other side, just turn to the back. Extended side angle and warrior B, 5 breaths each. So we have a project, each pose. Let rational brain. We're just trying to breathe, find that nice middle ground of samas, evenness of effort. Release your breath, warrior B. 1, 2. Turn the palms out just to create that softening in the shoulders and chest. Last breath. Straighten and release. Step together. Coming down into Garland Pose. Possibly sitting down on the floor first. So it's this squat pose. Feet could be apart or together. Explore the feet apart version. So just explore squat. Let your toes turn out, let your knees bend, come down low. If you want to transition to your seat carefully and practice it from there. Adding some lion breaths. One more time. And release. Let's elevate our pelvis for this next bit. So that you can sit comfortably with your legs wide, so sit on your pillow or a folded blanket and come out to wide leg position. It's okay if your knees bend, you can adjust the distance. Pause with this for a moment. Movements from this position help us balance our lower chakras, our roots, our groundedness, connection with the earth. Beginning with a rotation, so twisting your spine, wrap one arm behind your waist and take the other one to your opposite leg, 5 breaths. There's a little activity in your legs. It's not a yin pose. So feet are a little active, legs a little active. But don't overdo that activity, just enough. Breathe out, return to center. Other side to the internal shoulder, wrap the waist, reach around. Try not to overdo energy anywhere. One more time, breathe deeply. And come back to center. Take a moment just to shake out your legs and relax. Then release your feet, point your toes, stretch your toes, curl them in, and relax to a nice neutral position. Side bend, just like it sounds, just pull your left hand up closer to the top of your leg and side bend. Other hand slides out towards the foot. Breathing out. Breathe in to straighten up. Breathe out to the other side. So slide your left hand out towards your ankle, bring your right hand in. Just creating a little bit of a side bend. Helping release tension. Inhale to center. Last one is coming forward. Maybe down to your elbows. It's okay if your knees need to bend more for this. Or just have your hands down. It's fine. 5 breaths. Relax. Relax your feet. Walk forward. Keep your spine stretched. Don't round your back. Keep your chin relaxed. Breathe in, stretch right through your spine. Breathe out, sink into the forwardness. One more breath into the spine. And slowly walk in and release your legs in. Pause for a moment without practice. And then coming to square pose, which is yin fire legs. This elevated pelvis. Bring your feet away from your hips. Maybe stack up your shins. Once you are in position, relax all the muscular effort. Beginning our spring yin practice, the liver and gallbladder meridians. You may hinge forward to any degree. Holding still and steady. Then 8th breath. About minute. Change to the other side without disturbing yourself too much. Just explore changing the cross of your ankles, coming forward with your feet away. Perhaps bringing one leg on top of the other. Not necessary. Know yourself. Learn to self-study here. Just take out all judgment and just be present with what is. And that allows us to practice compassion and also to take care of ourselves. This practice is to increase your well-being. Build reserves of calm energy. forwardness, a little bit or a lot. Cultivating calmness. A few more breaths. And release. Moment to do what feels good and transition to your belly. Perhaps having your blanket over on the left side of your mat for half frog in a bit. You could flow through or just make your way back. We've had our legs full. It feels nice to stretch out the belly again here. We'll practice Shavasana, locust pose, celebrating the awakening in Seth life. Bring your elbows in, reach through your toes, and then flip your hands over so the top of your hands are on the floor and they slide down along your body. Lift your chest off the floor, shoulder blades together and down your back. A tiny bit of forwardness in the shoulders as a counter. Reach through the top of your head. And if it feels safe, lift your legs straight off the floor for 1, 2. A lot about that axial extension. This is another lengthening psoas lying pose. Last one, breathe deeply in. And out, release, relax, come down. Just soften for a moment. And then continuing your softening by coming to the yin half frog pose, where you stay on your belly and you slide your left leg up along, bend your knee, bring it up alongside you. You can get on your mat or use blanket to cushion. You want to be comfortable. Maybe bring your torso a little over towards that side, shortening your low back muscles. Support your head and relax completely. If you are challenged by stillness, you can count your breaths. You can focus on the muscles of breath. If you have an object of your intention today, you may meditate upon that. Allowing this part of our practice to be a time for some reflection and gratitude. You can just put those words out there and then relax your mind. You don't have to think about anything. We're here to find some space in our minds. Let light reflect like it does on the moon. Let gratitude be present in your heart. Let your belly breathe into the earth. One more time. Stretch your leg back slowly. Bring your blanket around to the other side if you're using it. Just take care of yourself as you move into the second side with this pose. Let it be its own expression on this side. Check in, make sure you're comfortable so you can relax. Release tension and restore yourself. Focusing on the emptying quality of the breath. Just a little bit longer, another breath or two, stay soft. Slowly straighten out your leg. And pressing yourself up off the earth. Pull back for a moment to puppy, tuck your toes, pull your hips back, lengthen out your spine and arms. And rise up to tabletop and bring your right leg forward into lizard lunge or maybe salamander pose. You call it that. Similar shaped beings. Arms are both on the inside in this pose. Back knee down or ball the foot. Feel free to vary this to meet your body. If you want to come to your forearms, 5 breaths. Slowly. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Press your hands to the earth. Walk back. Pull your legs straight. Hanuman's pose. Release the toes from behind you and fold in. Forehead all the way to your leg if it will come. Last time, slowly breathe. Back body lengthening. Release with mindfulness for the other side. Step that left leg forward, turn out toes and knee, arms on the inside. Refine the position of your back knee, maybe come to the foot. Up or down with the arms. 5 breaths. Not forcing, no pain. Breathe into tightness. Once more. Stay all the way through the exhale. Straighten out one arm at a time if they're bent. Uncross your left arm and pull back your toes. Fold and breathe very slowly. A nice lunar style Hanuman's pose. Soft and deep. Breathing out once more. Bend your knee, release. Bring back your leg. Time for finishing on the back of our bodies. So bring with you any clothing you'd like to add, any cushioning or support. Come to a bridge pose, perhaps a resisted lie down. And you can do a supported bridge if you like, which is grounding. So as you come in, you can pop up your hips, slide elevation, pillow or blanket underneath or a block if you want to. Rest your low back and your pelvis onto it. Rest your arms open. Nice long neck, centered spine. Deep waves of breath. Keep that toning in the low belly and the pelvis as you breathe above it. One more time. Coming to Apanasana, that is knees into the chest. So you could do this by lowering your folded blanket, just have a little bit of elevation, or take it away. Bring your knees to your chest. Maybe change it to happy baby pose. Whatever feels nice in your body right now, your choice. So this Apana is the energy that balances prana on this highly vibrational day, full moon, springtime, almost here. The exhales correspond with the grounding energy to balance it out. And breathe out one more time. Keep your right leg in, bring your knee to your chest and stretch your left leg out. You can just bring it to the floor, stretch it out. Bring your other knee towards your chest, but focus on the straight leg side and lengthening your psoas line from your pelvis. Head centered. Fourth breath. Fifth breath, stay. Change sides without disturbing yourself too much. So you just want to release that straight leg slowly in. And the other one to the foot and gradually out more straight. Focusing on that side as you hold your other knee to your chest. Sometimes you'll notice there's just a little holding that you haven't released all the way in. Check in. And now be still with that last breath. Carefully releasing your foot to the ground. Bring your other leg in. Press up to bridge pose for a moment. Feeling the central line of your body, your root to your throat. Breathe from there. And from the throat to the root. Toning the pelvic floor and the mula up into the body and lower down slowly. Come off your blanket and relax your pelvic floor, relax your belly, relax. Time for rest. If you have a pillow and a blanket, just take a little time here to support what's going to support your rest. What makes you comfortable? Do you need warmth? Do you need something on top of you? Just a little bit of weight and warmth can be very calming. If you have a big pillow, maybe spread it out wide underneath your knees or underneath your head. Let's just take a little time to make this as comfortable as possible for your body. So you really want to be here. It can be hard sometimes to not just want to jump away. This is our cool down. This is the integration. Let your legs relax from the hips turning outwardly. And that's going to help you notice in your low back. Do you need to adjust your low back? You need more space there. Bring your flesh down towards your heels a little bit. And then let your legs release open. Softening your toes, your arches, your shins and your knees. Backs of your knees. That firming of the legs that we've been using in our practice, let it become softened, let the bones be free from the muscular engagement. Just let go. Bringing attention to our torso and upper body now with that releasing action of shoulder blades nestled under you, resting upon them. Shoulders, press them down to the ground. Just use your brain. Press your own shoulders downward with your mind. And then relax your arms all the way out to your fingertips. Let your thumb touch your index finger on each side. And release. The tall finger and middle finger, touch that one. Release. Ring finger, feel its gentleness. Feel. And your smallest finger, water element. What do you feel? And draw all the fingertips to the thumbs. Exhale, open your hands. Imagine a drop of warm sesame oil in the palms of your hands and at the space between your eyebrows. Warmth and softening. Receive rest. Belly is free to move with your breath. Keep letting this practice unfold. Aurora, can you wait, please? Another spring. The seasons revolve and the years change with no assistance or supervision. The moon, without taking thought, moves in its cycle, full, crescent, and full. The white moon enters the heart of the river. The air is drugged with azalea blossoms. Deep in the night, a pine cone falls. Our campfire dies out in the empty mountains. The sharp stars flicker in the tremulous branches. The lake is black, bottomless in the crystalline night. High in the sky, the northern crown is cut in half by the dim summit of a snow peak. O heart, heart, so singularly intransigent and corruptible, here we lie entranced by the starlit water, and moments that should each last forever slide unconsciously by us like water. very slow awakening of yourself from this rest. Maybe a gentle twist to each side. Let yourself follow your own calling here on the movements you make. Taking 6 breaths or so to return to your seat. Keeping yourself comfortable when you arrive. Touch your third eye center with your right hand, first 2 fingers. Close the right side softly. Breathe the left side 7 to 10 times. Chandra Vedana Pranayama, the moon breath. Cultivating calmness. If you'd like to take your other hand out into the gesture of non-separateness, the thumb touches the first finger. This is a meditation upon the breath and the moon. Enhancing our connection to the lunar cycles. Grounded, rejuvenated, and fulfilled. Release. Bring your hand back to heart lift pose, fingers forward, lean back. Lift your chest, lift the plane of your face towards the sky, towards the sun and the unseen moon. Feel this pose gently energize you. Lean forward, press off your hands, bring them together. Lift your heart center, elbows hug in. Deep breath in. Out. Empty. And full. Keep the balance going. Thanks for joining me for practice. Namaste. Hydration. Give yourself time to transition, maybe rest or meditate.